Warning, this is a pest control video and contains images of grey squirrels being dispatched.
Hello and welcome to Midland Squirrel Hunter. So today I've been quite fortunate in the sense I've been able to get a job wrapped up quite early and give it back to the customer, which leaves me with about 3 to 4 hours of daylight. So what better opportunity than to come out and sit on the greys for a couple of hours. I'm out on the big permission. I have got some errands to run up here today and feeders to top up, but first of all, while I've still got the light, thought I'd get my boots on. We'll go for a walk up to the coppice. I did make a hide there at the start of the year, so I'll show you around that. I'll show you some of the kit we're going to use. I have had a trail camera up there that I took down 2 days ago, which shows quite a lot of activity from greys. So hopefully we can bag a few. So I'll get the boots on and we'll make us way up there. So down at the coppice now then, just give the feeder a quick check. It's had some real hammer this week, about 1 inch from the bottom. So once I've had the sit, I'll come back up, top this feeder, do a few more on the estate as well. This is like a lot of the feeders that we've got on the estate. Dan makes these, so we're going around swapping them out for, they're quite small, with a rubber lid. They hold 2 kilos of nuts, but we top up every other day, so and that way we can keep an eye on the management and visits that come to this feeder. It is quite cold here today, hence we've got 3 layers on. I'll show you around the hide in a minute. It's just down there. That's an open fronted hide, so it does get really cold in there. Again, reason I've wrapped up. As I said earlier, we have had a trail camera on this. It's been showing roughly this kind of time of day that we've been getting visits, give or take half an hour. So I'll go get myself set up, show you around the hide, hopefully get on the rifle before a squirrel comes in, and we can get you a bit of footage. So here's the hide that I constructed at the start of the year. There is a short reel on our Instagram page at Midland Squirrel Hunter if you'd like to have a look at that around about March time. So I'll just show you what it is quickly. It's basically an upturned tile crate. Put a false bottom in there with timber and plied it, a couple of rubber mats, reinforced it with a bit of timber just to stop it tipping, pegged it down. It's got corrugated roofing sheet on the roof, overhang at the front and back, some diabond board. It's just patched up with a bit more corrugated, camo net slung over the top, and then inside, very basic, there's just a camping chair. You can see he's got a puddle of water in it, so that's going to be fun. But I always keep that little chair there for backup, because I did obviously forget to fold that one down last time I was in this hide. But these are the mistakes we make. Yeah, rubber matting on the floor, just to make it a little bit more quiet, not banging around with the boots. And it's set in a really nice coppice, to be honest. So I've got the feeder out there, I don't know if you can see just on that tree there. That's 27 yards. Nice distance. Got the kit. I'll give you a quick show over this before I get set up and get myself a coffee and get the rifle set up. Quick run over the kit then that I'm using. It's the same setup as what I used in the last video when we was out on the greys. I've got the FX Impact Mark II .22 limited edition. Sabre Tactical shoulder stock. Got the Sabre Tactical hot shoe. Got the Hick Micro T50 Alpex day and night scope. The Donny FL Tatsu modifier. I'm going to be shooting from this today what I always shoot from it, which are the JSB Exacts 18 grain. And I have got my little torch in here. This is an IR torch. I won't be using it today because obviously it's not dark. It's from Blackwoods. Really good bit of kit, goes really well with that scope. I've got the gel can tripod, which I always use, nice, lightweight, cheap. And again, the most important bit of kit, your Stanley flask. So all I'm interested in at the minute is getting into that hide, sorting that chair out, getting that cup filled up. Well, that's the chair sorted out. Always carry a piece of rag with you when you're going out, it just helps so much. Got a bit in the jack pipe bag. So chair's sorted, cushions on the chair, took the coat off just so I can feel the benefit when it does get cold. It's not that bad now. Sat down, rifles on the tripod, magazines fully loaded, scopes turned on, coffee's poured, tiny little hole in the roof, hence why the chair was wet. So we need to get Dazzy Aquapol in, see if he'll bring his CT1 and gunk that up. We've got roughly, if the trail cameras are right, I'd say 20 minutes before we get a visit. So I'm going to quieten down now, get settled, keep my eye out for a grey. Well, I've been in the hide now about 20 minutes. I've just had a grey come to the feeder, but it was too quick, straight on the feeder, took a nut and ran. But I'm assuming he'll be back. They usually are, to be honest. So I'm just going to get myself settled in, get my eye on the scope, and hopefully we get the visitor back. Nice clean shot, that one. It's gone straight down. A little bit of twitching on the floor, but that's just the nervous system kicking in. So I'm going to leave that one because I have just seen another one, surprisingly enough, just in the holly bush at the back. So I'll just give that a bit of time, see if that one comes. If I go out to retrieve, then I'm going to disturb the area. So hopefully this second one comes back. Wow, bit of territorial behaviour there from that grey. So I'm glad I managed to capture that on film for you guys. So the first squirrel I dispatched, I'd left out at the bottom of the feeder, hadn't been to retrieve. The second grey came along shortly after. I did notice sniffing round, and this is usual behaviour. I mean, I've witnessed greys taking nuts from other greys' mouths before when they've been dispatched. But then obviously got a little bit bullyish, thought to itself, well, this is my feeder, I don't want anybody else around here. So dragged the deceased squirrel away for a good, I'd say, half a metre to a metre, dragged it down into a little ditch, which then put the second squirrel in a really awkward position for me to take a shot. There's two trees, you've got one in front of the other, you have to put the pellet placement between. There's a lot of low-level bramble as well, but out of nowhere the grey jumped up onto a fallen tree, which is still within the same aim but slightly higher. Put its head to the right, as you can see in that footage. I've traced it over, put the pellet placement in, hit it in the sweet spot, and yeah, that's it, it's exactly where it fell, which is a good indication to me that it's been dispatched ethically. So I'm going to go out there, retrieve them two squirrels, just so they don't cause any more distress to any ones that are coming in to visit, and hopefully I can bag you a few more. This is the first squirrel that was dispatched,
As you can see, it landed in this area where the nut is with the blood. That's the second squirrel that was dispatched. It basically dragged the first one from the nut to that point, and then I think got up onto that stump just to scan the area to see if there was any more greys or anything that would put it off getting onto the feeder. And from this clip you can see a patch of fur missing where the squirrel had dragged it along. That's 3 down now. That one kind of came out of nowhere. Looked up and it was just on the feeder, so luckily enough it gave me enough time to get the shot on. The temperature has dropped quite a lot now, so I'm going to get my coat on, get out there, retrieve the squirrel, get all 3 stinched up. I'll put a little bit in the video for you on that, using the carriers that I make, one of my really early ones, and then I'll get them dropped off to the owl keeper. He can get them set up ready for feed for his owls. He'll be really happy with that, I think. We'll keep his freezer topped up. Yeah, thanks for watching the video. As I say, I'll do a short piece now just on stinching the squirrels up with one of my game carriers. Really been a pleasure making this again, and I've been fortunate to actually get out for a few hours and bag a few greys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Well, I've got all 3 squirrels laid out on this block. Just show you. It's quite low down. I'm just going to use my old carrier just to stinch them up so I can get them ready for the owl keeper. Quite fortunate that I've had 3 in such a short succession, really. No rigor mortis set in yet, so not too difficult getting the rope over the back legs. Again, I always do like to just put the noose over the back leg, just because it's a lot cleaner. You get no blood on your hands. So as I've said before, all squirrels, when you do it properly, take a direct headshot. Don't agree with body shots or anything like that, and a squirrel, it'll get away from a body shot. You'll be surprised at how strong a squirrel actually is. So nice and efficient, nice and ethical. Well, that's them all stinched up, ready to go. So get them hooked on, get my kit together, and that'll be it. Thanks for watching. It's been a real pleasure making this video for you guys. I really do appreciate all the support and help that we've been getting from everybody, and the feedback we've been getting from Instagram as to what kind of content you guys want to see. If you have enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. See you again on the next one.